In your daily life, you see a lot of people everywhere, on roads, in schools, offices, and even in the mirror. But you're only seeing normal people. We're talking about something completely different here, the body parts. Don't panic, not yours. We're talking about those rare people who don't just have a strange look, but also have strange body parts. In this video, you'll see them, so don't skip this video from anywhere, because if you do, you might miss the most important and amazing one. Let's check them out. Number 15. Lucia Zarate. Standing only 21.5 inches tall and weighing just over 4 pounds, Lucia Zarate remains one of the smallest fully developed humans ever recorded. Born in 1864 in Veracruz, Mexico, she was diagnosed with Majewski osteodysplastic primordial dwarfism type 2, a condition that halted her growth in early childhood. By her teenage years, her height was that of an infant, yet her proportions stayed completely normal. She was highly intelligent and fluent in multiple languages, eventually joining traveling exhibitions across America. At age 17, she entered the Guinness Book of Records as the lightest adult ever documented. Her miniature size drew attention from scientists studying growth disorders during the late 19th century. Lucia's career in public shows brought her international fame, but also exposed her to harsh travel conditions. She died in 1890 after her train stalled in freezing weather in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Her preserved measurements still serve as a medical reference for extreme human dwarfism. The next one became a living example of how complex the body can be. Number 14. Vijay Kumar. Metal objects sticking to skin sounds like fiction, but Vijay Kumar from Tamil Nadu, India, lives with this daily. He discovered his unusual ability after tools began clinging to his chest and arms while working in his shop. Tests later confirmed that spoons, nails, and steel plates could adhere to his skin's surface without glue or magnetism. His body generates high friction and heat, which helps metallic items stay attached for several seconds or minutes. Vijay has demonstrated this in front of scientists, journalists, and engineers who found no artificial explanation. He can walk with several pounds of metal hanging from his torso without discomfort. According to reports, he feels no pulling or strain when the objects stick. Similar individuals exist globally, but his consistency in demonstrations made him one of the best-known human magnets. He continues to show the phenomenon publicly, offering a curious case for physicists studying surface conductivity and human bioelectrics. Number 13. Paul Carrison. Paul Carrison's unusual appearance came from a medical side effect, not genetics. Born in 1950 in California, he began using colloidal silver as a self-treatment for sinus problems and skin irritation. After several years, his skin slowly turned a deep blue-gray color, a condition known as argyria. The change was permanent, caused by silver particles accumulating under the skin and reacting to light. Doctors confirmed he was otherwise healthy, though the pigmentation made him one of the most recognizable medical cases of his time. His condition gained national attention after multiple television interviews, where he explained his daily routine and lifestyle. Despite the striking color, his vital organs and overall health remained unaffected. The case became a reference point in medical journals discussing the risks of long-term silver ingestion. Paul lived a quiet life until his passing in 2013. The next one became a living example of how complex the body can be. Number 12. Fu Wengui. Fu Wengui from Beijing, China, was born with 3 additional vertebrae in his neck, giving him one of the longest cervical spines ever recorded. The rare deformity, known as congenital scoliosis with cervical hyperextension, caused limited movement and chronic discomfort. He was born in 1998, and by age 15, his neck had elongated visibly beyond normal proportions. Local doctors referred him to larger hospitals for corrective surgery after his condition began interfering with breathing and posture. Photographs released during his medical evaluations drew attention across China and abroad, making him a topic of orthopedic studies. Specialists determined that the extra bones could be surgically removed to reduce pain and improve balance. Following the operation, Fu's movement improved significantly. His case remains one of the few documented examples of a human having additional cervical vertebrae. Medical experts continue referencing his scans in modern anatomy lectures focused on rare skeletal abnormalities and spinal development variations. Number 11. Adrienne Lewis. Adrienne Lewis, from Michigan, gained viral fame for possessing one of the world's longest tongues. Measuring just over 4 inches from tip to middle of lip, her tongue allows her to touch her eyes, chin, and nose with ease. She first became noticed online after uploading videos displaying her flexibility and length, leading to interviews with multiple news outlets. Born in 1997, she says the feature runs in her family, suggesting a possible hereditary factor. Guinness officials have evaluated her measurement, comparing it to earlier record holders for verification. Despite its size, her speech remains unaffected, and she uses it normally in daily life. The tongue's muscle structure and elasticity have been reviewed by anatomy specialists interested in unusual extensions of human tissue. Adrienne continues to appear in documentaries about rare physical traits, often cited as an example of genetic variation in facial musculature. Her measurements remain among the longest recorded in medical observation. If you thought that was rare, the next case takes it a step further. Number 10. Wang Fang. In Chongqing, China, Wang Fang became known for being born with both feet rotated completely backward. Despite this rare deformity, she walks, runs, and even drives without any physical aid. Doctors confirmed her condition as a congenital skeletal rotation, where the feet formed in reverse during fetal development. Born in 1987, she grew up performing daily tasks normally, learning balance and coordination through practice. Locals initially thought she would struggle with mobility, but her stride and posture developed as efficiently as anyone else's. Medical specialists studied her gait, finding her bone structure adapted naturally to distribute weight correctly. She has declined medical correction, explaining that she feels no discomfort or limitation. Fang works in the hospitality industry and lives independently, proving that her condition doesn't interfere with her lifestyle. Her case remains one of the most functional examples of congenital limb rotation recorded in orthopedic medicine, showing that unusual formation doesn't always mean physical disability. Number 9. Tran Van Hay. Tran Van Hay from Vietnam gained recognition for growing the longest recorded hair in the world. Reports estimated its length at over 22 feet when last measured. He stopped cutting it during his teenage years after a brief illness, believing it brought him luck. Born around 1931 in the Mekong Delta, he avoided combing and washing his hair often, allowing it to coil into thick, heavy locks. Each strand merged over time, creating a dense, rope-like structure that weighed several kilograms. His hair's length made daily activities difficult, but he carried it carefully wrapped around his head. Villagers described him as calm and private, rarely cutting or trimming it throughout his life. Tran's case drew scientific curiosity about extended keratin growth and scalp endurance. After his death in 2010, his hair was preserved by local researchers as a rare physical record of extended follicle activity and long-term hair accumulation. Number 8. Joyce Del Vescovo. Joyce Del Vescovo from the United States gained attention online for having one of the world's longest measured tongues, extending beyond 4 inches. She discovered her unusual length while competing in a local talent event and later became recognized by global record platforms. Born in 1990, Joyce's unique feature is due to an elongated muscle structure known as the genioglossus, allowing exceptional flexibility and extension. Medical assessments confirmed that her speech, swallowing, and breathing functions are entirely normal. Joyce often participates in television segments and social media videos, demonstrating her reach by touching her eyes, chin, and nose. Her measurement surpasses several past record holders, though official Guinness recognition remains under review. Researchers cite her case when discussing muscle elasticity and the genetics of tongue length. She continues sharing lighthearted demonstrations, showing how anatomy can vary widely while remaining fully functional. Her tongue's exact size keeps her among the longest ever recorded. Number 7. Rolf Buchholz. From Dortmund, Germany, Rolf Buchholz stands as one of the most body-modified men alive. His appearance includes more than 500 piercings, subdermal implants, and small silicone horns embedded under his forehead. Born in 1959, he began exploring extreme body art in his 40s, combining it with tattooing and branding. Over the years, he earned a Guinness World Record for the most piercings on a living person. Despite his unusual look, medical tests confirmed his modifications are safely maintained through sterilized surgical procedures. The horn implants are placed under the skin rather than attached externally, forming a permanent raised effect. Rolf travels internationally for exhibitions and media appearances, explaining his procedures in interviews. While people often assume discomfort, he describes them as painless once healed. Keep watching. The next one will completely redefine unusual. Number 6. Shaoyuanhai. From Jiangsu Province, China, Shaoyuanhai became known worldwide for his unusually large head caused by a growth disorder. His skull circumference reportedly measured more than twice the size of an average adult. Born in 1957, Zia's condition began developing during childhood, gradually enlarging his skull and facial structure. Doctors diagnosed him with a severe form of cranial hyperplasia, which caused abnormal bone expansion and fluid retention around the skull. Despite his size differences, his mental abilities and communication remained unaffected. Specialists studied his scans for insight into bone cell overgrowth and cranial pressure distribution. Photographs of his condition spread online, making him a subject of both medical and public interest. Jia lived with assistance from his family, adapting his daily habits around the weight and shape of his head. His case remains one of the rarest documented examples of cranial overdevelopment, used in current medical lectures on bone and skull deformities. Number 5. Deepak Paswan. In 2010, a young boy from Bihar, India, drew attention for having 4 arms and 4 legs attached to his abdomen. The extra limbs came from a parasitic twin that had stopped developing during early pregnancy. Born in 2004, Deepak lived for years with the condition, which made daily movement and social life difficult. Local villagers called him the 8-limbed boy, and some even considered him divine. Surgeons at Bangalore's Fortis Hospital performed a complex operation to remove the undeveloped twin. The surgery lasted over 7 hours and involved multiple specialists handling shared blood vessels. After recovery, Deepak returned home with a normal body structure and improved mobility. His case became one of India's most reported examples of successful parasitic twin removal. Medical teams still reference his scans and operation records when studying extreme congenital anomalies involving limb duplication. It remains a classic surgical milestone in reconstructive pediatric medicine. The next story shows a condition almost never seen in modern times. Number 4. Jason Rodriguez. Measurements taken by Guinness World Records list Jason Rodriguez of Peru as having the largest hands on record. Each hand stretches nearly 14 inches from wrist to fingertip. Born in 1985, Rodriguez began noticing rapid hand and finger growth during adolescence, later diagnosed as gigantism caused by excessive growth hormone production. His unusually long bones and thick joints make simple actions like gripping tools or writing difficult. Doctors in Lima monitor his condition to manage joint strain and potential bone deformity. Jason often demonstrates his handspan for researchers studying disproportionate limb development. Despite his unusual proportions, all his vital signs remain normal. His hands continue to grow slowly, though stabilized through hormonal treatment. Measurements and X-rays of his hands are used in current endocrinology studies about skeletal overgrowth. Today, Rodriguez continues his carpentry work and occasionally appears on documentary programs analyzing rare growth-related disorders across South America. Number 3. Didier Montalvo. A large congenital mole once covered most of Didier Montalvo's back, leading villagers in Colombia to nickname him the Turtle Boy. The growth was classified as congenital melanocytic nevus, a rare condition that causes heavy skin pigmentation and thickened tissue. Born in 2005 near Bogotá, Didier's mole grew continuously as he aged, reaching the size of a small shell by the time he was 6. The weight and texture of the tissue restricted his movement and caused irritation. In 2011, a surgical team led by British Dr. Neil Bulstrode removed the mole in a series of procedures at no cost to the family. The operation restored full flexibility to his shoulders and spine. Post-operative scans showed no internal damage, and Didier recovered successfully. His case was featured in several medical journals discussing advanced skin grafting techniques used on large surface areas. The removed tissue remains documented for further study of pigmentation-related growth anomalies. The next one might make you rethink what the human body can actually do. Number 2. Ella Harper. Crowds in the late 1800s knew Ella Harper for an ability that looked almost unreal, walking on all fours due to her backward-bending knees. Born in 1870 in Tennessee, she had a condition now identified as congenital genu recurvatum. Her knees bent in the opposite direction, forcing her to use both hands and feet for balance. Despite the physical difference, she moved smoothly and comfortably. At age 16, she joined W.H. Harris's Nickel Plate Circus, where she became a featured performer known as the Camel Girl. Posters from the period described her flexible joints as unique rather than disabling. Ella eventually left the show to attend school, according to available records. Her documented photographs remain valuable to orthopedic historians analyzing joint hyperextension and rare musculoskeletal flexibility. Though her life after performing is largely unknown, her anatomical condition continues to appear in medical reference studies of reversed joint alignment and mobility mechanics. Number 1. Francesco Lentini. Francesco Lentini was born in 1889 in Rosellini, Italy, with a third leg extending from his right hip. The limb came from an underdeveloped twin attached to his body, a condition called parasitic twinning. Doctors recorded that he also had 2 sets of functioning male organs and 16 toes in total. His parents initially sought medical help, but later accepted the deformity as permanent. Lentini emigrated to the United States as a teenager and joined a sideshow troupe. Unlike most similar performers, he earned respect for his calm demeanor and sense of humor. The third leg was partially functional, capable of slight movement, which fascinated audiences. He later toured internationally with major circuses for over 40 years. Medical experts at the time examined him to better understand tissue sharing between parasitic twins. Lentini's skeletal X-rays and preserved photographs are still referenced in anatomical archives studying asymmetric twin development in humans. Human anatomy continues to surprise science in ways no one fully understands. Each person in this list shows how unique the body can be, from rare growths to unexpected formations that challenge medical explanation. What most consider impossible has actually been documented, studied, and confirmed. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss our upcoming countdowns. Thanks for walking with us.